Good morning. Good morning. We're on day number 14 of the Dare to Be Sober 30-day challenge. If you're doing it with me, congratulations. You made 14 days. That is so amazing. And I cannot wait till you guys get to 30 days and beyond. I hope that, the withdrawal symptoms, the nausea, all that stuff has gone away. Now you're kind of just dealing with the mindset sort of issues, which can definitely be fixed. I mean, I know I fixed my mindset around alcohol, and I've been alcohol free for almost 3 years now, and I will never look back. So today we're going to talk about how alcohol affects your family, because this is a big one for me and definitely a reason why I quit drinking in the first place. So let's get to the video, guys. What is up, YouTube? Dare to Be Sober Facebook group. We are live there, and I'm also live on my personal page. What is up? Today we're going to be talking about how alcohol affects you and your family. Family is so important to me. I have 2 kids. I have a wife. So, I definitely understand those people who out there who have are having alcohol affect their families. So let's get into it. So just a medical warning: if you cannot go to 1 or more than 1 to 2 hours without a drink, it can be dangerous to quit. So please seek medical attention. There's a difference between an alcoholic and a problem drinker. A problem drinker is psychologically addicted. An alcoholic is physically addicted. There's changes that are going on in the brain, things like seizures, tremors, all those sorts of things. If you're feeling those things, please seek medical attention, because I am not a doctor and this is not medical advice. But if you are just a problem drinker, let's continue. Okay, so let me just ask you a question. Do you drink because of stress, the stress of children? Because alcohol companies market to you by telling it's normal to distress from kids with alcohol. They call alcohol mommy juice. I've seen T-shirts that say wine o'clock. Have you seen these pictures, these T-shirts, these things? Let's see stress with alcohol. It's wine o'clock somewhere. My kids make me drink. All these things. So is that you? Do you distress because of children? Definitely I. Had issues with that in the past, where the kids were really getting to me. I would wait till they go to bed, and then I would drink way too much in the morning. I would not feel good. So definitely alcohol companies are marketing towards you to distress from children. So and that's not a good thing, because alcohol, we've been going over the last 14 days, getting your subconscious and your conscious mind in line with this cognitive dissonance. Alcohol, it says it distresses you, but actually in reality, if you look at alcohol and the what it does to your brain, and how it gives you dopamine and all these different chemicals all these things that go inside the brain. Alcohol actually stresses you out even more, because it causes anxiety, it causes depression, all these things. So that is definitely a statement that we should take a look at, and that is a belief that we should take a look at, because your beliefs are kind of like a table, and they got legs on them, right? They got 4 different legs, and if you start knocking on these beliefs, these legs, these beliefs that alcohol distresses me, it relieves my anxiety, it makes me more confident, all these things. If you start knocking at those legs, that the whole table will crumble, and you can build the table up with positive beliefs and get your subconscious mind straight on what's going on with alcohol. So definitely not a good belief to have. The alcohol industry knows that this is a belief that will keep you drinking. So just don't let them trick you. Wine o'clock and all these things. I don't think it's a good thing, but they're definitely marketing towards, parents, especially moms. So is it normal to drink around children? People are drinking at play dates, and some people say they can handle it, but some people say, well, only have 1 glass of wine or whatever. But you got to remember, in Alan Carr's book, The Easy Way to Stop Drinking, he talks about the pitcher plant, right? It's this pitcher plant is this plant that has this nice smelling nectar on the inside, and the flies and the bugs, fly over top of it, and they smell the nectar, and they go down into inside the plant. And what happens is the plant they get stuck there, and before they know it, they're drinking the nectar, and then they look around and they see all the other dead bugs there. Before that, it's too late. So do you want to be caught in that pitcher plant? I definitely did not want to. It's a slippery slope to alcoholism, and it's a slippery slope to problem drinking as well. So they're all on a slow incline to becoming independent if you drink 1 drink or 20. So and also you're dulling your senses when you're around your children when you drink alcohol too. So and you're not going to be able to react as quickly if something happens. What happens if the kids have to go to the hospital? I always thought this too. What happens if something happens? I got to take someone to the hospital. I can't drive, and if I do, I could get a DUI or whatever. So definitely, you're putting yourself, not only you at risk, but your children at risk too if you're drinking around them. So and I know this was a huge wake up call for me. Driving them to school the next day, you could be driving drunk. Yes. You can, your system, if you could be seem mentally alert, but you can still be physically drunk because of the way alcohol works. So your reaction time is slower. Your body is just a lot slower, because the alcohol takes that long to get physically out of your body and get mentally out of your body as well. So definitely not a good thing there. Um, so, and just remember, kids are like sponges, okay? And they see everything, everything, and they know when you're there and when you're not. And they also know how you are handling alcohol. Okay, so the kids know when you're paying attention. They know when you're on your phone. I was watching a movie with my kids last night, and I was on my phone, and my daughter said, "Dad, get off your phone," and I totally didn't even realize that I was, mindlessly scrolling through Facebook instead of watching a movie. So it is definitely a bad habit to have to be distracted with your children. And when you're, under the influence of alcohol, you are definitely distracted. Your mind is definitely not there, even if you have one drink. You're depressing your senses, you're dulling your senses, and you're actually, I'm just kind of, I find that it was kind of cheating myself out of an experience with my children. You can't feel all those emotions because you're dulling your senses. So, yeah, and the kids see everything you're doing, and they also see how you're handling alcohol, because they see, well, mom uses it to distress. Maybe I should use that when I'm a little bit older, or dad uses it too. Dad's a little bit funnier when he's drinking. Maybe I start drinking too, and they're more likely to become dependent on alcohol if they see you doing it. So just remember, you are the role model in your house, and to them, and drinking around them is just normalizing drinking. It's already normal in culture, but it's just normalizing it in your own household. And I always say that, it all starts with where you are in your home, and also everything, all changes start in the house and in your home. So just something to think about today. You're a role model. People are watching you, not even just your children, but other people as well, like your relatives, your friends, your family. They're watching you too. So if you start changing this behavior, and if you have a problem with drinking, and you start getting sober, and working on your beliefs, and start living a more healthy, positive life, people are going to see that, and some people are going to get pissed off and I want to hang out with you because that's not what they want to do with their life. And that's okay, they can stay behind. But other people are going to see that, and they're going to be inspired by that, and they're going to want to do it. And the best people to inspire in your life is your children. So definitely to do that. So why does this matter? Well, normalization of alcohol is the biggest factor that ensures this trillion-dollar machine is going to keep on running, guys. It's 2024. It's estimated that the alcohol industry is going to be $1.75 trillion. Not billions, trillions. This is a huge industry, and you're just ensuring that it's staying alive by normalizing, not only for you, but your children are going to normalize it as well, and it's going to get carried on to the next generation. So you could be that person that stops that. You could be that person in your family that stops that generational curse of problem drinking, and gets people, your family, on a more positive, happy life, and other families as well, because they're going to see that. And that's how things change in your home, right? So if they can get you to pass it along to your family, they will continue to destroy lives. 2018, it was said that there was 3 million deaths. I have not seen the death statistics for alcohol from 2020 to 2021. It'll be interesting to see how that's progressed, but I know it's definitely more people, especially women. I saw a statistic, I think it said that women during this whole pandemic were 40% increase in especially women drinking. So the liquor stores are open. That's that sometime when early on in the pandemic, only the liquor stores were open, and it definitely led to a lot of people using alcohol to de-stress and deal with loneliness, anxiety, those kinds of things. So everything just starts at your home, guys. And what actions are you normalizing in your household? And it's up to you to change it. Can you change what's normal in your household? Are you willing to take a look at that and change how you're acting around children? Because it's okay to act just like for ourselves. Sometimes there's nobody around you to even care what you're doing. But if you have children, they're definitely watching you, and they're definitely looking at what you're doing and what you think is normal, and they're going to be role modeling that behavior when they get older, if they know it or not. So definitely something to think about. So today's daily task is just be aware of what your kids are watching. Just be aware of what your kids are doing, and they're watching everything you do. So Are you normalizing alcohol? Are they gonna, so you're gonna normalize alcohol, and then they're gonna see an alcohol commercial. Well, they're definitely gonna try to normalize alcohol with marketing, and they're gonna see that, and they're gonna think, maybe I should try that, And what are your kids seeing on TV and from you? Like, what is going on there? Just be aware of that today. And would you want them to grow up with a problem with drinking? Obviously, you have some sort of interest, or you think you might have a problem if you're watching, a live like this. If you're part of my group, you have some sort of inkling, at least, that you might have a problem with drinking. And would you want to pass it on to your kids? You want them passing it on to their kids, your grandkids. Would you want that passing on through your family, or do you want to be the one that changes it? Because it's up to you, if you want to be alcohol free, and change that whole perception around alcohol in your house. So it all starts with you, and you become a good role model and help them learn the truth about alcohol, what it really does, to you. And a lot of time we want to hide our alcohol and take our problem drinking. We want to hide it from our families, we want to hide it from other people, because we're ashamed of it. But once you start fixing it, once you start getting rid of alcohol, then you can be an inspiration to other people and say, look, this is where I was and this is where I am now. This is where I'm going, in the next 30 days, 15 days, whatever it is. And, then you can be a positive role model, not only to your kids, but to yourself and the people around you. So definitely something to think about today. So be aware of, what's happening in your house. Are you normalizing alcohol to your kids? And are they going to be not only see you do that, but are they going to see a commercial? I know definitely my kids have been watching YouTube and they've seen tons of alcohol commercials. So are they going to see a commercial? They're going to see, well, dad does it and they look like having fun on TV. Let's go and try it, and it could be tragic if your teenager starts drinking and ends up drinking and driving. Every year, here in where I live, every year there's some kid at grad that dies because of drinking and driving or some drunk mistake. So I definitely don't want that for you guys, and I definitely don't want it for myself and my family. So it's time to break that curse that's being passed along to your family, and just educate yourself and educate your system you educate your kids on the the alcohol and the actual effects that are going on, because the alcohol industry is not going to be letting that information out to your children if they can get their way. So that is the live today. It is Friday, guys. I hope you guys have a happy sober Friday and a happy hangover free Saturday. We'll be back tomorrow with live, and then Sunday, as always, will be pre-recorded, but it will be up for you guys to view. So I also have a one-on-one coaching program. It's starting the one that's going on now, starting May 10th, has already been filled up, but there is another one in June. I will put a link to that in the group. So if you want to, see if this program's right for you, if you want more accountability, if you want someone to collaborate with you on your alcohol-free goals, I am so dedicated and passionate to helping 1,000 people reach their first 30 days of sobriety and beyond. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, just click the link or give me a message, or just comment on one of my Facebook groups, YouTube, or whatever, and say, hey, I'm interested in the coaching, and we'll have a chat about it and see if it's right for you, and definitely help you on your way to getting your first 30 days of sobriety and beyond. I am AC, the Sober Life Coach. You can find me here on YouTube or the Dare to Be Sober Facebook group, and also on my personal page at AC Osberg. You can add me as a friend. I'm happy to have as many friends as I can get on Facebook. All right, guys, have yourselves a meaningful day, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Have a happy hangover free Saturday and Sunday, and have a sober Friday night tonight. Go watch a movie, go spend time with your children, because they definitely need some good role models in their lives. Have a meaningful day, guys.